I don't want to see anybody go through this disease. I don't want to see any other families have to suffer watching their loved ones slowly pass away.
Raising awareness and funds for families that are dealing with Alzheimer's disease. That is the aim of the Walk to End Alzheimer's that's happening this Saturday in a new location at Piedmont Park than what we've been used to. Joining us this morning is Libby Reardon, manager, Walk to End Alzheimer's Atlanta, and Jamie Saunders, who unfortunately lost her mom to Alzheimer's, to this terrible disease. Ladies, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
So let's start with talking about the walk that's happening this Saturday. I'll be emceeing the walk. I'm always excited about being out there because I have a grandfather who passed of this terrible disease, but it's a different location this year. We've always been at the Battery at Truist Park. This year, we're going to be at Piedmont Park.
Yes, we're moving to Piedmont Park. We're at the promenade at Piedmont Park. We're really excited to be there. A really great location, a really cozy spot for us to be, room to grow, and excited to be there.
And it's always such a great time. And by that, I mean because we have a moment to have all the feels, some of the not so good feels, because we have to remember those, but also we know that there's a great mission, spreading awareness.
Yeah, it's a really great opportunity for the community to come together, both those that are with Alzheimer's and their care partners, to be together and celebrate the morning.
So talk a little bit about your mom, and I see you've got a picture of her, that beautiful woman there. Talk a little bit about her journey and maybe even when you guys first noticed that something wasn't all the way like her normal self.
Yeah, so we started noticing that my mom was having trouble probably about 7 years before she actually passed, and she was just leaving things different places, couldn't find things around the house, was struggling to, keep up with appointments, and she actually missed a lunch, which she would never do, with me and my son. And we started asking questions of my father and noticed, that he was also struggling with, what was happening with her. So we had her cognitively tested and ended up having early onset dementia. So she actually passed away when she was just 66. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just a tough time for families.
And, I think what has been probably very disturbing, and we've been doing some stories and whatnot, unfortunately, we've seen sometimes younger people. You always thought that this isn't something that would happen until you're 70, 80, 90, whatever it may be. But now we're seeing people, unfortunately, in their 60s, which is heartbreaking when you really think about it here. One of the things that happens at the walk, and I see you brought all of the flowers because they all represent different things. Kind of explain that for us.
Of course. So a really sweet part of our morning together is the opening ceremony and our promise garden ceremony. So each color represents your relationship, whether you're an advocate, a caregiver, someone with Alzheimer's, or if you've lost someone. So we ask that our participants pick a color when they join us that day, and it's a really powerful part of the morning.
So I'm going to be walking for my grandfather. You're going to be walking for your mom. Will you have the whole family out there?
Yep, my husband and my son are coming because actually I walked for my mom, but I walk for my son too for the future because we're looking for, money and support for research dollars for Alzheimer's so we finally can have a future without the disease in it.
We're going to find a cure one day, right?
Absolutely.
We've got to. We have got to. It's a terrible disease, but it's important to bring more and more awareness to it, and that is what we're going to be doing Saturday. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is happening this Saturday again at Piedmont Park. Opening ceremony will begin at 9:40 in the morning. We do have a link for you to register on the free Atlanta News First app and on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com.